And thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much for the invitation, Dave. Out here with Karen and really enjoying ourselves, and great hospitality so far.
Absolutely, and just a breathtaking, everything breathtaking views, wonderful weather, and great people here in Burnaby. So we've all had a really good stay already, and we're just getting started. So for teams who are just getting started in a tournament like this with a lot of nerves, what do you think the coaches are working on with them here as we just lead into this game to kind of keep them calm and keep them on their game?
Well, you know, we saw a lot of energy last night at the opening ceremonies, and I think as a coach you want your team to come out with a lot of energy in that first shift and, kind of make it through that first few shifts without letting in a goal and having something positive to take away.
Okay, so as the teams get ready, in other action today in the U19 division, Nepean was up 7-2 on Halifax. Calgary got by Regina, 6-1. And late in the first half, Rive Sud is leading the Outaouais 4-2. So for these two teams, this is again their first crack at it here in the U19 division. The Northern Stars got here via their finish at provincials. They came in second, lost a 3-game series to LMRL after winning the first game and giving them a good scare. And Lac Saint Louis joins us after a 5th place finish at the tough Quebec provincials. So Paul, I think coming from Northern Ontario, you're probably familiar with some of the challenges of this Northern BC team. They actually have players who stretch from Quesnel, BC up to Terrace. It's a stretch of 1,400 kilometers, I think.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Our daughter played on a AAA team representing the Northeast region, and so yeah, it's a huge area, and it's just really difficult to get teams together for meetings and practices, and so they're up against it when they compete against some of the other teams that are kind of in the GTA or that East Ottawa area where you have a lot of teams in a kind of an area where travel's a little easier.
Sure, and I think it really speaks to their dedication as athletes here that they're willing to make those treks and put in all those kilometers on a highway to get here today.
Absolutely, and your hats have to go off to parents that take these kids to practices and games and spend countless hours in arenas supporting them.
Okay, we're about to get ready to go here. The opening free pass is brought to you by the National Ringette School. Join the NRS this summer at any one of 24 camps held from coast to coast. Visit www.nationalringetteschool.com today for more information about a camp near you. And it's Lac Saint Louis started off with it in the corner. That's Stacy Steen with it, looking to get something established on the offensive zone. Stephanie Dufresne. Dufresne circles, looks to kind of gets the shot off the deflection. The goalkeeper turns out aside. And the Northern Stars with their first possession of the game. Quickly now to the neutral zone. Off the deflection, that's turned aside as well. Tough play there for that goalkeeper out there. Pretty big deflection in front of the net off that pass. And here's a shot, she scores! That's Jamie Beck. Gets things going for the Northern Stars, and it's 1-0 for the Northern BC team. So a little bit of a scramble there off that goal, but Beck able to pick that up and make something happen out of that little bit of chaos in front of the net.
That's exactly what you want if you're the home team. Get your crowd into it and get your fans supporting you early. And, Beck picks it up in behind the net after a misplay and buries it in on the backhand. Nice goal.
This is Januszewski. Trepanier. Richard, back to Trepanier. Trepanier looking for a seam. Seeing none, backs off, tries again. She's checked hard up at the top of the triangle. Falls down, but gains it back. There's a goalie ring there, I think off the hand pass. Stars once again looking to make that long pass out of their zone and try and get something going quickly into the neutral zone. This time they're turned aside now. This is Keeble giving chase. That's picked up by Riley English. Lonnie Sweet. This is Quazilla. She shoots. Turned aside. Good for that goalkeeper to get a nice stop after giving up an early goal. Another shot from the outside, another deflection, she scores! And off a bouncing deflection, Northern Stars will go up here 2-0 here at the 18:21 mark of the first period.
Yeah, a bit of a bad break for the Quebec team there with 27 Pickering taking a shot, and then it just took a deflection off a defender and went in, and the goalie really didn't have much of a chance on the deflection there, just a bad break.
So is Robial getting things started? She has it back now for Lac Saint Louis. Provencher. Provencher circles, looks to get something set up. Cuts in, here's a quick pass, shot. Nice stop there off the one-timer. This is Wright. She shoots from the outside. That's turned aside off a deflection. Dufresne now. She circles, cuts in hard, takes a shot off the backhand. And off that cut, she wasn't able to keep out of the crease as she get that shot off, so that, of course, is a goalie ring then for Northern Stars. Provencher out front. That doesn't connect. Stars are able to get it out of immediate trouble, but Lac-Saint-Louis puts the pressure back on again. Wright is circling. She's joined by Dufresne, Provencher. Provencher now goes off in favor of some fresh pair of legs. So Wright now down to 10 on the shot clock. Wright takes a shot, that's blocked, and is picked up by Stars, who look to get things going once again. Another long pass in the neutral zone, that one does not connect. And Lac-Saint-Louis picks it up. This is Keeble again. Keeble, whose older sister, one of the leading scorers for the Lac-Saint-Louis entry in the National Ringette League. Caitlin Zacharias tries to get that out, but it's turned aside by LaFrance, who gets it, cuts in, but is turned aside. LaFrance again. She's dispossessed, and Stars are away. This is Beck. Newman can't quite handle it, but just generate a bit of a scramble with Trepanier. This is McMartin. McMartin for the Stars. And now Beck looking to cut to the net. She's checked hard by Steen and turned away. Circles back, takes another crack, shoots. Tough low shot there, turned aside by the Lac-Saint-Louis goalkeeper. Newman, sharp glove save there. She went down a bit early. Able to recover with that hand to turn that another one aside and keep this Lac-Saint-Louis team in this game. You know, Paul, Lac-Saint-Louis has really held quite a bit of the possession here in this game, but not a lot to show for it on the scoreboard quite yet.
They really have, and you know, BC's playing some tough defense and haven't given up a lot of quality shots, and Moutin's had to make a couple of big saves back-to-back just to keep her team in it.
It's a long pass, two-line pass pending. The Stars pick that up again, another long aggressive pass, another two-line pass pending here. This is Januszewski. And a special shout out to Twitter to John Januszewski, who gave us some pronunciation advice earlier today. It's Dufresne checking. She's turned aside, and Stars up away with it again. This time led by Hannah Young. Young off the deflection, she's eligible. Back to Young. That doesn't get through. And Januszewski again looking to break Lac-Saint-Louis out. Zacharias cross ice. We have a delayed penalty here called by referee David Jones against the Lac-Saint-Louis. So Northern Stars will look to make some hay here with the fourth attacker in. McDonald cross ice. Can't quite connect, and with possession, with Lac-Saint-Louis' possession, the Dave Jones makes that call.
That was a great pass by McDonald, trying to go backdoor there, and just missed. That could have been an easy put-in for there. You
know, when you have that fourth attacker in on the delayed penalty, it's a bit of a balancing act between take a chance when it's there versus having the patience to look like she saw a chance, decided to be aggressive with that pass, and almost connected.
Absolutely. She had a player open on the far side and just missed the pass, unfortunately, but it was a heads-up play by her and a great pass.
So McMartin gets it started for Northern Stars. Quick cut to the net. Keeble's there defensively, and that ring dribbles to the goalkeeper to get things going for Lac-Saint-Louis. This is Trepanier. She leads them on the breakout. That pass connects in the neutral zone, and a both sides violation. We call on Northern Stars. Of course, regardless if it's on purpose, if there's a possession by the same player on both sides of the blue line, that's a violation in ringette, and we'll give Alexandre Louis a chance to maybe get something going offensively while killing a penalty with 1:39 to go in their penalty. Provencher elects to pass. But I think she left the free pass area before she got rid of that ring, so that's a violation and then therefore a goalie ring for Northern.
It's an unfortunate turnover there, an opportunity for them to take some time off the clock with this penalty. Missed opportunity, and now BC's looking to break out.
Hey, Newman got a touch on that, so Beck can get to it, but is beat by the Alexandre Louis player. This is Mick Martin. She's going hard to the net. Kim Slesser's made a few saves and really used her size here lately. You see that as the game's going on, she looks a little more comfortable getting her feet underneath her and willing to use her size to block a big chunk of that net, make it tough to get through. This is Milligan. Milligan with a long pass. Northern almost had numbers there. Swede had gotten a hold of that. They had a 2-on-1 to work with. So again, that aggressive breakout, it seems like a bit of a high-risk, high-reward plan they have going on their breakout. This is Guiliza to Sweet. Sweet dispossessed by Wright, but turns over to English, shoots. That's blocked by Vial. English now circles back, gets things set up on the offensive side. She shoots from the other side, scores! That's Riley English with a rocket of a shot. It looked like she was going to set something up, maybe get things going offensively. Instead elects to turn around, fire it, and finds the top corner.
Yeah, great shot there. Slesser didn't have much of a chance. Straight from the top of the circle, just turns and fires a hard wrister. Top shelf.
Wow, what a shot there by Riley English. Down 3 with 12:46 to go here in the first half. Alexandre Louis is elected to call a timeout. Looks like Coach Glenn Keeble is going to try and rally his group and get them back settled down here. Again, the first game at an event like the Tim Hortons Canadian Ringette Championships can be nerve-wracking. It can be tough to come out in this first one and really know what it is you want to do. And I think Coach Keeble is trying to get them back on track here and ready to play the way I think they know they can.
Yeah, you don't want to have this game get away on you. And, BC right now, a lot of energy. All the goals, I don't think Slesser's had much of a chance on any of them. And although Lac St. Louis has had probably a little bit of an edge in possession, they just haven't been able to penetrate that BC defense at this point and haven't really had too many quality shots.
And Lac St. Louis coach Glenn Keeble is no stranger to championship athletics. He's had a 10-year career in the CFL with Montreal Alouettes and the Toronto Argonauts, so he knows from team sports.
Great to have that experience to draw on.
And we're underway here again. That was Robial that got things started. She has it back. Quick pass down in the corner. Looks like St. Louis trying to get things established early. Trepanier. She cuts in, looks at a shot, elects to loop around, find something a little more favorable. She cuts in again. Trepanier really aggressive in trying to go to the net, but also willing to kick it out if she needs to. Here's a shot from the outside. Deflected aside by Colleen Morehouse, the Northern Stars goalkeeper. And the Stars are away. That was Burt. Lamotte. Lamotte shoots. That's deflected. Januszewski. This is La France. To Trepanier, Steen in front of the net. La France again as Trepanier goes off for fresh legs. Shot. Quick low shot. Tried to go the other way here. But Colleen Morehouse was equal to that task. The delayed penalty coming up here against Lac St. Louis. Newman. McMartin down low. A little backdoor play once again. Almost connected. McMartin. She loops around. That's Newman in front. Again, 4 attackers in with the pulled goalkeeper for Northern with this delayed penalty. And Lac St. Louis is able to get the ring back. And on a tripping call with 11:09 to go here in the first period. It'll be Northern Stars going on the power play once again.
Yeah, Lac St. Louis is really going to have to bear down on this power play. After the timeout, they had 2 quality scoring chances, and Colleen Morehouse made 2 really good saves. And so now they've dug themselves in a bit of a hole with a tripping penalty and really have to kill this one off to stay in this game.
The official is sorting out which number it was who committed that tripping infraction, and it was Emily Vial, who goes off for her first penalty of the game. This is McMartin. Back. McMartin again, she shoots. That's turned aside. Dufresne comes away with it. Dufresne dodges a couple of Northern forecheckers. Able to get the ring out of harm's way and kill a little bit of time here off this power play. Newman, looking for some help, finds it in the form of McMartin. Newman holds it in. McMartin, off the pick, she shoots. First time we've seen that high pick here from the Northern team instead of that backdoor idea. Shot from the outside. And that was the goal scorer, Riley English, who scored from that spot on the 3rd goal. Not quite as much on that one, and that was turned aside. This is Din. She's got Januszewski, feeds her. With Dufresne. Januszewski looking for some help. Trepanier joins the attack. English with it now. English looking for help. That's a quick turnover. Dufresne. Back to English now. And Quiliza. English, from what looks like her office. McDonald. She shoots from the outside. That's blocked. And Kim Schlesinger elects to hold on for the goalie ring. Every day at 8 Pacific, 11 Eastern, you can catch Ring Center. Join Fanal Slozy and Sun Media columnist Tim Baines as they recap the day's action on and off the ice at the Tim Hortons Canadian Ringette Championship. Ring Center right here on SportsCanadaTV.ca every morning from the Tim Hortons Canadian Ringette Championships. This is Pickering. That doesn't get through. And like somebody's played very strong defense here on this, especially on this penalty kill. They've looked quite strong, a little more organized than on that previous one. Trepanier. This is Keeble. Back to Trepanier, who has some speed. Uses that to cut to the net. Decides to loop around, cuts in hard again. In the face of 2 Northern defenders, she keeps fighting for that ring. And off that little extra body contact there, she cut in. And now it'll be Lac St. Louis headed to the power play.
Yeah, that's their first power play, so we'll see if they can take advantage. A big penalty kill for them to keep the game at 3-0, and they really need to bear down or try and get one back and take advantage of this penalty here.
It seemed like their Trepanier cut to the net a couple times really hard and wasn't rewarded with a real good scoring chance, but did generate a power play by driving to the net.
Yeah, Northern Stars have just been playing a real tough triangle out front there, and like I said, not giving up a lot of quality chances, but that one led to a penalty, just a little too aggressive.
This is Beck. I think both sides violations called there on the Stars. This will be Keeble. Next thing we have 1:49 to go on their power play here in the first half.
Northern Lights penalty to number 21, Anna Young. 2 minutes for body contact.
This is right. Taking her time, looking for her options. 10 to go on the shot clock. I think we got a high sticking penalty coming up here. Here's a shot on goal. As it comes to rest in the crease, that penalty is called. And it's a slashing call by Dave Jones.
Huge opportunity for the Quebec team here, Dave, with the two-person advantage there. They've got to bury one here and try and get back in this game.
So, and they're going to have a long time. They're going to have 124 here to work with. So I think they may be even at least entertaining the thought of getting 2 if they can.
Yeah, you'll really want to focus on getting a high-quality scoring opportunity here and make sure you get an open shooter, which they do right now.
So the France. She cuts in. Steen shoots from the side. Great stop there by Colleen Morehouse. Stars elect to just dump that ring down the ice, buy some time, and Keeble will come back to pick it up for Lac Saint Louis. Pilkington now. Dufresne, she cuts into the middle. She shoots some, scores! So instead of waiting to set up on that 3-on-2, she found a seam, took it, got a good shot off, and got the first goal of the game for Lac Saint Louis.
Yeah, just a great shot, high blocker side. Goalie didn't have much of a chance. Might have went down just a little bit early on that, but a great shot as well.
So it's Pilkington who feeds her. Yeah, right from dead in the middle there, she's able to get that shot off. And one of the things that makes it tough for a goalkeeper in that situation is she has, with the extra attacker, she's got so many pass options that makes it hard to be aggressive on that shot. This is Richard. That's a blue line violation on Richard. She touched that on both sides. 1:11 to go on the remaining power play for Lac Saint Louis, and 7:36 to go here in a 3-1 game as the Northern Stars lead in the first game of the Tim Hortons Canadian Ringette Championships here in the U19 division. So McMartin will get things started for the Stars. Looked like she entertained the shot of shooting, but thought of shooting and decided to dump it off. McMartin again from the top. Bit of a crazy deflection. Looked a little bit like their second goal there, but they deflected the other way this time.
Yeah, very fortunate on that one.
The shot. It's like Trepanier got a little bit aggressive with the body at the top of the triangle. And with 49 seconds to go with the penalty to McDonald, this will even it up, and we'll play a little bit of 4 skaters on 4 for another 49 seconds.
Yeah, just unfortunate there, just a little bit too aggressive. Lac Saint Louis started to take a little bit of momentum with the 2 penalties there, and just unfortunate to even things up now with, as you said, 49 seconds remaining in that first penalty.
Here's a shot off the free pass.
Lac Saint Louis' first goal.
This is Newman.
Stephanie
McMartin. Now it's Viau coming away for Lac Saint Louis. Keeble. Back to Viau. And Northern Stars dump it down the ice, trying to get some get a line change here to get some fresh legs. Keeble. Viau. She's got Provencher with her. Finds Provencher. Dufresne is in front of the net. Provencher circles. Feeds Dufresne. Dufresne can't quite connect to that. After stepping on the ring, that'll be a goalie ring.
2 minutes for body contact. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes, 14 seconds.
Aggressive goalie ring play there. And again, really aggressive from their own end. The Northern Stars always looking for a long pass if it's available. This is Beck. Beck shoots from the outside up high. It rattles around the glass into the corner. Januszewski with it. Januszewski, that's up to right. Right's got Dufresne streaking, finds her. That's turned aside smartly by English, but Januszewski picks it right back up, gets a good solid shot on goal. Steen. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Right with it. Right again, looking for help. That was Keeble with the shot, and Morehouse able to stop that and get a goalie ring. Couple of long passes to Quazilla, that last one not quite connecting. Steen gets a touch on it. Right, back to Steen, she shoots from the outside. That's turned aside. Another delayed penalty, I think this is to right, maybe a little too aggressive as she crashed the net trying to get to that rebound. Aggression good, but carelessness can be a problem in that case. Qualiza. And now the Stars are able to try and get something going here with a 4-on-3 advantage during this delayed penalty. Sweet. Quiliza shoots from the outside. And Kim Slesser's there, and she swallows up that rebound. That delayed penalty will be called against Lac Saint Louis. And with 4:45 to go, Northern Stars will be back on the power play with a 3-1 lead. Be sure to join us on Saturday for the final of the NAMI Skills Competition. Watch as Canada's best are tested in the fastest skate or fastest shot in the exciting 3-ring shootout. The Skills Competition is brought to you by NAMI. Check out the new NAMI E-Stick and kilogram trapper at www.nami.ca or at a sporting goods retailer near you. That was Bert English now. She scores! Sorry, that was Jessica McDonald. Scored from that same spot that Riley English had scored from earlier. Yeah, a little double clutch. Maybe got a little second guessing there, and when off that double clutch is able to get a good mid-height shot in the far side.
The Northern Stars have worked that backdoor play a couple of times successfully there where they find the left winger wide open, and she had a quality scoring shot and took advantage of it.
This is Vial. Dufresne gets that deep quickly, but unable to keep that out of the crease. This will be a goalie ring for Northern. It's off the goalie ring, Northern. Again, we'll see what they, with a little bit of delay here, if they're able to be quite as aggressive as they usually like to be. There's a turnover, Steen. That's La France. Dufresne behind her. Shows a pass to her. Doesn't. That's a tough shot up high. Almost connects. And off the rebound, Steen's unable to stay out of the crease, and it's a goalie ring for Northern.
Yeah, Northern coach not happy with that turnover. No excuse for that on the goalie ring to turn it over like that, and it led to a quality scoring chance. Northern BC or Northern Stars fortunate not to give up a goal on that turnover.
Lamotte, she shoots. That doesn't get through. And Lac Saint Louis, they've maybe not given up a lot of shots. They have blocked quite a few. The defenders have been really aggressive in clogging up those shooting lanes. Dufresne. Trepanier, she cuts off the back and scores!
Nice shot, 5-hole. Good play cutting to the net, and a real hard ringette play there, and resulted in a goal.
So again, Trepanier a few times now has cut to the net hard, generated a power play one time, generated a few scoring chances, and finally able to see one actually pay off in the form of a goal here. She cuts in hard into the middle and gets that backhand off between the legs.
That's great too. When you cut hard like that, it forces the goalie to move, and it's a lot easier when you have the goalie opening up to put it away, and that's exactly what she did, beating the goalie 5-hole.
The Stars trying to get one back right away here. Beck whistles one above the crossbar. It's Richard. Let's turn over. That's Beck again. Now Newman. Newman looking for a seam. Now looks for help. Dumps it off for Beck. A little bit of a miscommunication. Now Trepanier with it. Pickering. Newman. Looking in the back, and she goes to the forward, scores! Showed backhand everybody and able to convert that into a scoring chance on the forehand, and she cashes it in.
Just a great pass there, great vision, to make that long pass and put her player alone for an opportunity, and she made no mistake with it. Just an excellent goal by Newman.
So 2:46 to go here in the first period. Scores Northern BC 5, Lac Saint Louis 2. Dufresne. Keeble. Keeble cuts. Keeble off the back end. That goes wide. It's right in the scramble. That's Quiliza who comes away with it. Now McDonald. She gets a shot off. Ooh. Off another funny deflection there. And seems like they're willing to shoot from there and willing to every now and then a bounce goes their way. Here's Wright on the breakaway. She shoots. That goes wide. Hand is up. And we have our first penalty shot of the CRCs here, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. She was sent in all alone there, and the referee didn't hesitate in making that call. She was hauled down from behind and did have a scoring opportunity that presented itself. So a good call by the official on that one.
So apart from the obvious opportunity to get this game back within 2, I think this could be so late here in the first half, a real momentum swing, especially if Wright is able to cash in on this chance.
Absolutely, and we have Wright taking the shot, so she can bring her team back within 2 here, and could be a big turning point for them as they finish out the first period. Referee's just giving some final instruction to both the shooter and the goaltender on this.
And Wright is away. Shoots off the backhand, that's up high. Looked like she may have had a seam there on the high glove side. Not a bad move, but unable to find that little pocket in the top of the net.
Yeah, she did cut hard across the front of the net there, but full credit to Colleen Morehouse, the goaltender for BC, sticking with it and resulted in a shot over the net.
So it's like saying the Wee back with it again. Here's a shot from the outside. A little more conventional opportunity for La France and a good one. Lamotte is dispossessed. This is Pilkington. Looking for some help. Pretty aggressive again on that forecheck in the neutral zone by Northern Stars. It looks like the word from their coaching staff is aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. This shot from the outside by La France. Morehouse is there. She quickly throws it away to avoid the 5-second violation. La France. Cross ice. That almost had that connection there. Shot from the outside to Trepanier. Bounces around. Just dribbles wide. So Paul, probably a lot of coaches probably advise if you have trouble with that ring getting caught up in your equipment or anything, better off just to hang on for that violation rather than rush a goalie ring.
Absolutely. You don't want to make that mistake and turn it over in a goal-scoring opportunity there. So just give up the ring and let your team get a chance to get back and play some defense for you.
So Steen cuts to the net, gets a shot on goal, but also generates another power play. So again, we're seeing here now, slowly but surely, as Lac Saint Louis keeps cutting to the net, they're getting rewarded in different ways.
Yeah, and they had a number of quality scoring chances in that last shift, and Morehouse really impressed with the way she plays at the top of the crease and takes away the angle, and has made a couple of huge saves, especially with that right leg.
So it'll be Richard starting things off for Lac Saint Louis. She elects to pass. Din. Dufresne. It's turned aside by Morehouse. Some aggressive play in the corner. That's going to result in a penalty to Lac Saint Louis.
Yeah, a little body contact in the corner there.
And it seems like Lac Saint Louis, if they could stay out of the box here, every time they get a little bit of momentum, they're taking a penalty, and I think they're going to need in the second half to get that sorted out.
Absolutely, and again on that shift they had a quality scoring chance, and Colleen Morehouse again with that quick right leg, and she does play out at the top of the crease and really takes away the angles for the shooter to have any quality shots.
Milligan. Here's a chance for Northern. That shot is turned aside. Here's a chance out front. Good stop, although there was a crease violation before the shot. It's a 4 in the zone violation. And that'll give Northern a chance. There were 7.3 seconds to go here in the first half. Coach Cook, do you think about pulling your goalkeeper in this situation?
No,
a little too much time?
Just way too much time, yeah. And it's still a close game, 5-2, and yeah, you don't want to give that up. If you had 3 seconds, maybe, but a lot can happen in that 7 seconds.
Sousa was there for that. And that wraps up the first half of play. After one half, it's Northern Stars 5, Lac Saint Louis 2. And both teams will be have a player in the penalty box here as we get things going in the second half. So, Paul, here at halftime, I want to talk to you a little bit about how the plans are coming together for the World Ringette Championships. And, of course, wonderful to have the fastest game on ice coming back home to North Bay in 2013.
That's correct. As you're aware, Dave, North Bay North Bay is the birthplace of Ringette, with the late Sam Jacks inventing the game, and we're really excited about hosting, especially in the 50-year anniversary of the sport.
And I think so. Everything will be based out of the historic Memorial Gardens in North Bay, and I also understand that Sam's son Bruce is involved in the organizing committee. So I think it's great to have a connection to the Jacks family in the event.
Yeah, Bruce has been very active with Ringette for many years, and so it is exciting to have him part of the committee, and really neat to have him share some of the stories about his dad and, of course, his mom, Agnes Jacks, who was a longtime ambassador for the sport.
And so far, a couple days here in Burnaby to see the Tim Hortons Canadian Ringette Championships. For anything you've learned or picked up here so far that jumps out at you from what this group has been able to do here in Burnaby?
Yeah, our hats have to go off to Randy, and obviously a very hard-working committee. Events like this don't just happen. Incredible planning goes into them, and I'm out here with my wife Karen, who's part of our committee, and we are trying to steal some best practices, and I've had some meetings with Randy in relation to sponsorship and some of the technical issues that they've had to face, and generating volunteers and generating interest, and I think they've really done an outstanding job of hosting so far. The opening ceremonies last night, high energy, the kids were really into it, and I think that's really important to get your tournament off on the right foot, and so far so good.
Well, great. I'm glad you're able to join us here today, and thank you for joining us here on the webcast, and thank you to you and to all of the committee up in North Bay for all you've already done and all we know you're going to do leading up to the 2013 event.
Yeah, our chair, Jeff Franklin's been involved in Ringette for many years in North Bay, a high-energy guy, and hats off to Jeff and his committee for getting the championships to North Bay in 2013. And like I said, we have a great group of people that are working with us, and I know our mayor and council, Al McDonald, very excited about hosting a world-class event in our city and having people come from the world to watch a spectacular event in the birthplace of the sport.
This is back in the second half here early on. There's a shot from the outside for Pilkington. It just deflects wide and comes to rest in the crease. Another long pass there from the goalie ring, and Northern elects to just get that down the ice. It looks like they really want to get that line change in this situation. Provencher. Yeah, lets that go. Lets Dufresne skate onto it. But Dufresne is turned aside by Thompson. Januszewski to right. It doesn't quite get through to Dufresne. Morehouse decides to go behind the net. Had trouble with that short pass from the goalie's possession. Dufresne, that's blocked. Hannah Young, get things going. Justine Lamotte gets there before the blue line, but is carried over by her momentum. It's a little unusual that for Northern Stars that they've really struggled a bit off the goalie ring for that short pass. Yeah. But that longer aggressive pass has actually worked pretty well for them.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple of times where we've seen their goaltender Morehouse just dump it behind the net there, and Lac St. Louis has turned it over, and I know at least on one occasion the coach was voicing his displeasure there. I think he far prefers that ring going up the wing from his goaltender.
So off second possession, that'll be a goalie ring. We're now at even strength at 5 skaters on 5. 18:23 to go here in the second half. In that time, Morehouse does take a little bit extra time, and that's going to result in a free pass for the Lac St. Louis on the 5-second violation.
Yeah, and I think Lac St. Louis is doing a good job of picking up the girls in the offensive zone there and just eliminating that opportunity for an easy pass from the goaltender.
This is Steen. Cross ice. Lafrance shoots. Steen again. Looking for a way to get into that triangle. Lafrance can't quite connect with that ring. Quiliza gets it out. This is Sweet. Almost connects with English, not quite. Robial. English gets that turned over. This is Quiliza. She gets a shot. That goes wide. English with it now. Quiliza can't quite connect. La France. Quick turnover. Northern has some numbers. Quiliza, Sweet behind her. That's Sweet. Shoots, that's wide. As Robial touches that in the corner. So Provencher a little aggressive coming back on defense. And
yeah, another body contact penalty coming up to Lac Saint Louis.
For insider information on the Tim Hortons Canadian Ringette Championships, check us out on Twitter, YouTube, and Flickr. Visit www.ringette.ca to connect to the Tim Hortons Canadian Ringette Championships, our social media, and links to the Canadian Ringette Championships app on iTunes and Google Play. This McMartin who got things going for Northern. It's Beck. She goes cross ice. Pickering attempts a shot. That's blocked. Pickering picks it up again. McMartin. Beck. That shot's wide. Keeble. Dufresne. I think she thought she had a two lines violation, but didn't. Beck. Dufresne tries to slap it away. That doesn't work out. Pickering shoots. Slesser is there. She looks for some help, doesn't find it, has to take a 5-second violation.
You know, Dave, there's that real fine line between playing aggressive defense and putting your team at a disadvantage. And just way too many times we've seen today Lac Saint Louis heading to the penalty box. And when you're trying to come back from a 3-goal deficit, it's hard to do that when you're down one player.
In other U19 action, we have a final now. Rive Sud 7, Outaouais 3. And that game played over at 8 rinks on rink number 2. This is right for Lac Saint Louis. As the ring gets tied up, there's a goalie ring. And Slesser will get a chance to get things going here. Januszewski. Finds Din. Quick turnover. This is Burt. She's got some help in front. She shoots from the outside. Another shot blocked there by Lac Saint Louis. Young, her shot's blocked. She takes it, gets it right back though. Quick pass out front, doesn't connect. Din. Januszewski. Looks to get it back to Din. Does. Din now looking for some help on the offensive side. Keeble looks to provide it as she cuts, but that pass is deflected. Quiliza gets a touch on it. Smart little play there. English from her sweet spot. That one doesn't connect though. Off the rebound though, and a fresh shot clock. English cuts, shoots. Slesser's there. She gets aggressive, goes up the middle. Trepanier out of the box is streaking. Dufresne has to circle for help, finds Trepanier. Trepanier tries to dish it off, but nobody home there in front of the net. Long pass there. Keeble. Robial. This is right. It's English who's dropped her stick. Provencher can't quite connect with that. English gets her stick back, and Northern gets the ring. Beck. McMartin, she cuts, looks to go backhand, cuts again, shoots. Couple of quick moves in the sort of post-up style. Able to get a pretty good shot off there. Viau. Viau circles, hands it off to Wright. Now Wright looking to create a seam in this Northern Stars triangle. Trepanier with the shot. This is Pickering. Leading the way. Newman. Newman circles. Still looking for some help. Gets in the zone of 15 on the shot clock. Cut in, shoot from the side. Slesser hands it off. La France. Steen back to La France. Steen goes in hard. La France finds Steen behind the net. 10 to go on the shot clock. La France shoots out the backhand. That's wide. Pickering gets there first, able to get something going for Northern, but quick turnover. And on second possession, this will be a free pass with 25 on the shot clock and 13:11 to go here in the second half.
Dave, the one thing I've noticed in this game, this Northern team from PC just play really good position in front of their goaltender there. Really, really aggressive triangle and just not giving up a lot of quality chances.
So again, I think that advantage in possession for Lac Saint Louis is still holding up, but having a hard time converting that into really good scoring chances, as you said. Dufresne. This is Keeble trying to hold it in. She's able to do so, but gets it right back. Richard. She cuts. That's deflected wide. Dufresne. English. That breakout pass doesn't connect. Now Dufresne. Looks to establish something. She cuts. Shoots against the grain there up high. Looked like that had a shot. Richard. Just to dump it into the other corner. Northern gets there. Quickly breaks it out to Kuliza. Januszewski. Din shoots. Tries to go high short side. Dufresne. Dufresne with it again. She gets a shot. Din a little aggressive. Maybe not quite patient enough. Wait for that ring to clear the crease. Newman. Beck. Beck cuts in hard. Kicks it out. Newman. Backhand shot. Slesser's there. With a 5-second violation. This will be a free pass here for Northern. With 11:39 to go here in the second half. And a 3-goal lead for Northern. Little scramble there in front of the Lac Saint Louis net. It's Wright who comes away with that out of that. That pass doesn't quite connect. Milligan. Mick Martin. Newman. Pilkington now for Lac Saint Louis. She gets it out. Pickering off that scramble. That clears the blue line. She's good to go. Right. Shoots from the outside. Colleen Morehouse there.
Yeah, once again, Morehouse playing right out at the top of that crease and taking away the net and making a pretty good shot. Looked pretty routine on the save.
At the conclusion of the Tim Hortons Canadian Ringette Championships, we'll be very proud to award the inaugural TELUS CRC scholarships. Awarded to ringette athletes based on their service to the sport on and off the ice. TELUS' support will help 5 deserving athletes in their studies this coming fall. TELUS, the future is friendly. Morehouse looking to clear it. Having trouble again. It looks like maybe Lac Saint Louis got something figured out here in their forecheck to make life a lot tougher for Morehouse, is always looking for that long pass.
Yeah, La France taking a shot direct from the free pass there, and at this level, it's pretty tough to beat a goaltender on that free pass shot. You're going to have to do something to get the goalie moving or find an open player.
La France. Quick shot at the side of the net. Morehouse is there. Another free pass here, and these free passes, they tend to add up when you get a bunch in a row. Usually something happens. And here's a chance for Lac Saint Louis to make something happen as Steen is going to take this free pass. Sorry, this will be La France. To Steen. Dufresne cutting. Steen. Dufresne. La France has a hard time getting the handle. Keeble. And off that tie-up, she wins a free pass for Lac Saint Louis. 10:18 to go here in the second half. In the U19 division here at the Tim Hortons Canadian Ringette Championship.
Yeah, time becoming the enemy for Lac Saint Louis here. They're going to have to generate something very quickly if they want to have a chance to come back and tie this game up.
Januszewski. That gets through to Richard. She tries to get something going here by circling, trying to create a seam. Finds Din. Din can't quite connect. This is English. Koliza tries to find English right back again. Trepanier. Richard. Trepanier again. She cuts in hard. Attempt to go back door there on the reverse and almost found Din in front of the net. Pickering, Koliza. That's Sweet with her. Sweet in pursuit. Doesn't quite get there. Januszewski gets to that. Now it's Din. Richard. Richard cuts in hard. Tries to sneak one in the short side. Long pass again for Northern. Newman. McMartin. Not quite there. Keeble. Beck now with it. She's cutting. Right. Newman. McMartin. McMartin, couple of moves, looks for something. Can't find a seam. There's a shot from the outside by Pickering. Smartly turned away by the goalkeeper Slesser. Provache. Keeble. She shoots. That one sneaks through and causes a little bit of havoc. Keeble, another shot. That one's deflected up high. Pickering looks to just get it out. Burt helps her get it there. Viau. Viau off the backhand. Gets it in the zone. Can't quite keep possession though. Young. Now this is Keeble for Lac Saint Louis. Provencher. Can't quite connect. Lamotte. Tough play along the boards. That's going to result in a free pass for Lac Saint Louis. 7:55 to go here in the second half. Again, a 3-goal lead for the Northern Stars from British Columbia.
And you see Dave, Northern Stars just content to clear their zone and not give up any chances and play some strong defense, which I think they've played all game, really.
And over at Rink 1, at 8 rinks, Cambridge has jumped out to an early 3-0 lead over Bonnie Vital from Manitoba, also here in the U19 division. Pilkington. Cross ice. Here's a chance off the one-timer. That goes wide. Koliza gets a touch on it. Viau gets there to win the free pass, or win the goalie ring, for Lac Saint Louis. This will be Slesser. She likes to go behind the net to Trepanier. Trepanier looking for a seam. Got a little bit of space on her own. Takes advantage of that to La France. That aggressive pass doesn't quite connect, but Lac Saint Louis able to keep possession. La France off the backhand. That spinning backhand almost connected. Riley English has a goal in this game. She gets dispossessed there. And this is Trepanier. She shoots off a deflection. McMartin unable to get there, and this is Steen. La France. Dufresne, she shoots. That's blocked. Dufresne again, 20 to go on the shot clock. She ties up with English. Robial. Steen in front. Here's Dufresne. Zacharias. Long pass. This is Newman. Newman shoots. That one's wide. And do we have an... Whew, I thought we had a 2 penalty shot game there maybe.
Just going to call it a tripping this time around. Yeah, that would be highly unusual to see 2 penalty shots in the same game.
So get some aggressive play in the neutral zone even while nursing a lead. But that aggression pays off as Alexander Louis is forced to take a penalty as Zanishevsky heads off for tripping.
Yeah, unfortunate. They have spent way too much time in the penalty box today, and just like I said, there's that fine line between playing aggressive and taking a penalty and putting your team in a disadvantage, and we've seen that a number of times today when Lac St. Louis seems to get some momentum back and then take a penalty.
There's a shot by McMartin. Slessor's there. Gets a fresh 30, though. This is Keeble. Beck off the turnover. She cuts. Tries to maintain possession. Does. Here's a pass through Newman. She shoots. Slessor able to eat that up, but unable to find a pass option.
But a big save by Slessor coming across there to try and keep her team in it.
And after jumping out to that early goal lead, Slessor's really been strong in off some. Again, Northern not necessarily a lot of possession, but they convert into a lot of scoring chances, and she's been equal to that for this game.
Yeah, big goalie takes away the net and plays very aggressive, similar to Morehouse, out at the top of the crease a fair bit, just making a big right pad save off the free pass there.
McMartin, she shoots. Slessor there. Pilkington. Dufresne back to Pilkington. She cuts in the middle. She looks at a shot. Kind of fans on that one. Pilkington. Lamotte off the backhand. Slessor gets a piece of that, knocks it over the net. Here's a shot in front. And Young off the backhand, but Slessor right there aggressively comes out, took away pretty much any part of the net there, and Young didn't look like a good scoring chance at first, but didn't have a lot of space to work with.
Yeah, 2 back-to-back big saves by Slessor to keep her team in it there.
Every day at 8 Pacific, 11 Eastern, you can catch Ring Center. Join France Lozé and Sun Media columnist Tim Baines as they recap the day's action on and off the ice here at the Tim Hortons Canadian Ringette Championships. Keeble. Robial. Trepanier. That's going to be a both sides violation. She, in that scramble, touched it on both sides of the attacking blue line. And with 4:33 to go, 21 seconds left on the penalty to Januszewski. Northern Stars lead 5-2. McDonald. English. It looks like Northern has really much switched to a possession game here in the attacking zone as they looking to milk this clock for all it's worth to get to the end of this game while maintaining this lead.
Yeah, just protecting that 3-goal lead right now and taking some time off the clock.
Din. Couple of spins. She shoots off the backhand. That's blocked. English picks it up, plays it back to her goalkeeper. Feliza touches on both sides, and that's going to be a free pass with 3:51 to go here in the second half.
Smart play, though, you know, to pick it up both sides. So you had the Lac St. Louis player could have walked in alone there and just take the whistle and let them have the free pass. No harm, no foul on that play.
So it'll be Dufresne who takes the free pass for Lac St. Louis. Looked like she looked at the shooting option, elected to pass. She gets it back, shoots from there. Morehouse is on it. Again, the long pass. Pickering turns over to Pilkington. Now Dufresne. She cuts in hard. But the Northern defender able to get a stick on that. Just slow it down enough to make it not much of a threat by the time it reached Morehouse. Pilkington. Back on it. There's a shot for Newman. That's wide. And on the delayed crease violation, this will be a free pass as Lac St. Louis is back to full strength with 3:17 to go here in the second half. This is Newman. Beck. McMartin. Keeble. Gets it up the ice quickly. Trepanier. Lafrance. Lafrance cuts to the middle. She gets a shot off. Nice glove stop there by Morehouse. Got to think if that one had gone in, then that'd breathe a whole bunch of new life into Alexander Louis. So huge stop there by Morehouse.
Yeah, great glove save there on LaFrance, who's had a couple of quality scoring opportunities this period.
Lamotte. There's a shot. That's in. Hannah Young converts off a long pass, puts it in off the post, and it's 6-2 for Northern.
Yeah, great shot by Young there, just sliding in along the ice off the post, as you said, on the blocker side. Pretty tough for the goalie who's moving to make a save there. Excellent pass to free her up there.
So just not long after we agreed that they were going to play a possession game, they go aggressive from the neutral zone and quickly convert and make it 6-2. It's English. It's Pickering to Sweet. English, she shoots. Looked like that might have deflected. Good stop there by Slesser. Another penalty coming up here, Lac Saint Louis. Overly aggressive along the boards with the body contact, and that's going to be a boarding call.
Another great shot by English, and as you said, Slesser got a piece of it, but English definitely not afraid to shoot the ring, and you can see why. She fires a top shelf there and gets a lot on it.
Like even when she's not shooting, that just changes the whole defense, knowing that she can score from the outside. It makes that triangle have to act a lot differently.
Absolutely. You have to be aggressive on her and not give her any free
English
shot.
Dufresne. Keeble. This is Wright. Wright cuts in. Looks for some help. Now Northern with some numbers on a 2-on-1. As Koliza has to wait a bit for some help. And now here's Lac Saint Louis with an opportunity for a breakaway. Both sides violation there on Pickering.
Outstanding play by Pickering there. It looked like Lac Saint Louis was going to break in, 3 girls on none there. And just a really great defensive play to get back and break that play up.
Trepanier. Trepanier again. Again, looking for a seam, and that when the ring gets to the middle, that triangle sure tightens right up. Keeble off the spin. That goes wide. 5 on the shot clock. Northern picks it up. Zacharias. And off the forecheck. Lac Saint Louis once again takes another penalty here with 39.5 seconds to go. It'll be a 5-on-3 advantage for Northern.
And Dave, once again, we see that tough BC triangle defense. Just very aggressive and really not giving up a lot of opportunities for quality shots and turning the ring over and doing what they have to do to take some time off the clock, protecting this 4-goal lead.
It's McMartin. McDonald to McMartin again. McMartin. The shot's turned aside. McMartin from the top. Back down to McDonald. That's Beck on the far side. McMartin shoots. Turned aside by Slesser. McMartin in the scramble again. Slesser will pick it up with 5 to go. And with that, the Northern Stars with a 6-2 victory get their first win here at the Tim Hortons Canadian Ringette Championships, and a well-earned victory and really rewarded for a lot of strategically aggressive play from the goalie ring right through the neutral zone right to cutting to the net.
Yeah, I think they're full value for the win tonight. Dave did what they had to do, jumped into that early 3-0 lead, got their fans into it, and then just played some really solid defense and didn't give up a lot of quality scoring chances. And when Lac St. Louis did have their chances, Morehouse was there to answer the bell. And
for Lac St. Louis, I think the score probably does not quite do them justice in terms of possession and in terms of overall play. They were this was a pretty even game.
It really was, and I think the difference was just that tough triangle that the team from BC played, and a couple of aggressive plays that resulted in penalties for Lac St. Louis when they started to get the momentum going, and that kind of turned things around a little bit.
And of course, here at the Tim Hortons Canadian Ringette Championships, with 2 games a day, always a challenge, win or lose, is forget this game and get ready for another one in just a matter of hours.
Absolutely, and when you have a tournament like this with a lot of games, you've got to put these games behind you, whether you win or lose, and just regroup and get ready for your next game. And that'll be the challenge for the coaches right now. Lac St. Louis' coach to get his players excited about coming out and getting a win, and the BC coach just to remind his players that they've got a long way to go.
And that reminds me of our next game here for the future game broadcast. Will actually be these Northern Stars again as they take on Ontario number 4 from Cambridge, Ontario, here on sportscanada.tv, and that game will take place here at 4:15 here Pacific time. And with that, we'll wrap this game up. Paul, thank you very much for joining us. It was great to get your insights into this game and to get a better sense of how the plans are going up in North Bay.
Dave, really appreciate the opportunity, and again, thank you to yourself and Ringette Canada, as well as the organizer of this tournament, for having Karen and I out here. It's really been invaluable to us, and as I said before, not just the Ringette community in North Bay, but the entire North Bay community is really excited about bringing the Worlds back to North Bay in 2013, and hope a lot of people will travel to our fair community to enjoy some spectacular Ringette for the World Championships.
All right, well, with that, we'll sign off, and thank you very much for everybody for joining us. Again, we'll be back on at 4:15 Pacific time for our next feature game, and until then, enjoy the rest of the games here on the sportscanada.tv, and have a good day.